We've got a very unique matchup here in Week 10 as the Atlanta Falcons go up against what is presumably Kyler Murray's first game back in the 2023 season, and the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals playoff season is shot. I think they're pretty much now seeing if Kyler Murray is getting him used to next season, kind of doing maybe the Deshaun Watson, Cleveland Browns treatment, but in a more morally acceptable way, and trying to get him ready for the 2024 season. While the Falcons are fighting for their just playoff chances here after just blowing another game against a team who literally just got their quarterback 5 days before. So we had to do the Vikings video, and I gave a bunch of praise to Josh Dobbs. Go check that out. So, but Falcons once again gave another win away, and so very interesting just to see. They were without Drake London. Losing Grady Jarrett has definitely been a major impact on this defense overall. So, secondary is still looking good. I like Jesse Bates. AJ Terrell's doing great. Calais Campbell has been awesome as well. It's interesting, though, and I'll say it right now, and I hope this is still within the first minute of the video. We drafted Bijan Robinson at 8 for a reason. We passed on Jalen Carter. It is looking like we should have gotten Jalen Carter because we would be utilizing Jalen Carter way more than how we're utilizing Bijan. That being said, Bijan had a costly fumble in that game, which then that was the turning point, was when he fumbled. So I could keep on kind of ranting, and I feel like I will here in a second, but I want to throw it over to yourself here because this is such a unique game because I have no idea how Kyler Murray's going to do, no idea how the Falcons are going to prepare for him. Also, too, on the top of that, it looks like nearly everybody on the Arizona Cardinals offensive line looks injured. Will Anderson, Tristan Colin, and then DJ Humphries, all their names are in red, so that's going to be something to monitor as well. And Elijah Wilkinson's on IR as of last week, so I don't know. I don't know. This is such a unique game. Like I don't know how any of these teams are preparing for this game right now.
Yeah, as far as I know on the offensive line injuries, it doesn't look like anybody's being put on IR. It just looks like a bunch of people are just like sprained ankle, sprained knee. Tristan Colin, it just says out. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as the season goes on. For me, I think that the Cardinals could potentially be auditioning Kyler Murray for other teams around the league in the next 9 games. Just to hey, he's healthy, he can do this. Let's see what we can get for him.
Please pay us.
Yeah,
please help us.
Because right now, I think they're going to be in a prime position to draft one of the top prospects. I believe they right now hold the number 1 pick in the draft, and so if that's the case, then you're taking Caleb Williams.
Well, especially too because it's not like as Josh Dobbs showed last week. I mean, he does have game when put in a decent offensive system. Like he can help contribute. I made the joke. He didn't even know the 2-minute offense. He didn't even know the offense, and he led them on a 2-minute drive. And so I don't know how much that says about the Falcons or Josh Dobbs, but in general, so there was talent there. I think he'd been a journeyman, very professional, throughout his experience in the NFL. So I think that move of trading him was one of 2 things. It's what you said. We're going to go essentially have 2 routes. We're going to keep Kyler Murray and we're going to rebuild around him.
Yeah.
Just like how, we're paying him a lot of money. Or let's see if someone will take him, a team that can win now and try and utilize him, get him off the books, even if we have to take dead money and go get Caleb Williams, go get Drake May, that would be it. Because now, Marvin Harrison Jr., unless they keep Kyler Murray, is off the table. Essentially. Which actually Marvin Harrison Jr. would be great, I think, with Kyler Murray. But that's a separate video.
Yeah.
But and the Cardinals, and I want to say this now too, is if you're watching this video as a Falcons fan, I've really admired watching you guys this year. You guys don't have any talent on the team whatsoever, but you guys play hard. It is a hard win. It's probably one of the hardest wins against probably one of the worst teams in the league that I've ever seen in any of the season. Normally the worst teams in the league are the easy walkover ones, but every single one of your guys' games, except the last one, sorry, Clayton Tune, have been challenging games. For any of these teams to win, you guys should have multiple wins on the season. You guys are playing hard. I think a lot of good success to come over the next couple of years. Hopefully not this weekend because the Falcons really need to win. And I'm just frustrated with it's like I was even thinking about it because I was driving home and I was listening to the game on the radio, and it got to the point where it's like, if we don't make the playoffs, and Ryan, I think you can agree with me. I've been the guy like build around your team here. Like, don't get a star quarterback in a poor situation. Like, go build your offensive line. So you can back me up on that. If we don't make the playoffs now, and even if we're picking 15 or whatever, I say we do whatever it takes to go up to number one and get Caleb Williams there, because we need a consistent quarterback. We need that playmaker. And that is what is holding us back, I feel. I think Arthur Smith, you can make an argument maybe. I think maybe he's doing a little too much on the offensive side of the ball, but I do like his creativity. I think we need maybe one more receiver weapon that we could get in a later round or maybe in the free agency market. But what is holding us back has just been our quarterback play overall. Our offensive line has been a little shoddy as well. But if you go get an elusive playmaker like Caleb Williams here, and we have seen now what the quarterback being your best player can be on the team. You go look at all these star quarterbacks. They're all elusive. They're all improvisers. They all can work outside of the system that they're around. And Ritter he got benched for a reason. Heineke, you know exactly what you're going to get. The loss this past week, I don't think was on Heineke, so to say. I think it was just an overall whole team performance because we should have beat the Vikings. But, man, it's just frustrating to see we have good talent around us here. We spend all this money on the defensive side of the ball. And there's a couple of things that are just out of the control, like the injury to Grady Jarrett. It's going to be a huge loss to this defense for the rest of the season. But offensively, though, I just expected better performance offensively. And it's like it's getting to a point where I'm tired of making excuses. You know, everything keeps coming to me back to the quarterback play, because we have receivers who are getting open because of the play calling. Look at Kadarius Hodge, Jonnu Smith is doing great. Kyle Pitts and Drake London, who's when healthy, is still they're always getting open. There's always opportunities. Just the quarterbacks are not getting the ball to them. They're not protecting the ball. Just all of this, just questionable play, and we need to go get that stud, that we're going to have for the next 15 years within this amazing system. So, even if we make the playoffs and lose in the first round, if we're 19th overall, just give up. Let's go move up and get this guy. Because it just seems like he's a legit deal.
I will say this is probably the class to do it. I think there's legitimately 3 or 4 guys that could come in and potentially start day one. The guy outside of Drake May and Caleb Williams that I like for the Falcons is actually Bo Nix. I think he's the game manager, high-end game manager type that I think you guys would do. I don't think you run enough vertical down the field stuff for Michael Penix Jr. to really be successful in this offense. That's the only reason why I say Bo Nix. Another guy I like would be Jaden Daniels. If you are in that range. You could actually probably trade back and potentially get him.
I personally, Bo Nix, Penix, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, I like. Shadir Sanders, I don't think is going to come into.
He's not coming out.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to come out this year. I will love him there. Quinn Ewers, I also feel is not going to come out. I think he'd be an interesting one as well. And so I think he has a lot of upside. I would almost rather have Ewers with his upside. I feel like Penix and Nix, I feel like we kind of know what we're going to get with them. And we're IU fans. I love Michael Penix. I think he's.
I think Penix will translate actually really well to the NFL. I really like his skill set. I just think you need to be a certain offense. You need to be a downfield passing offense to really be able to take advantage of his skill set.
And that's fair, yeah. Because I think in today's, you also need to have a QB that is mobile, unless if you have.
He's mobile, just very selectively.
Well, yeah, he's got restructured ACLs multiple times. And so it's he's got those old 24-year-old legs, running around. No, he's 23. I'm just joking around.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because I'm fat and on the internet. So, but in general, though, Atlanta, I'm just very curious. Definitely, I'm getting concerned now for our playoff hopes because we are the best team in this division. We're the best team. But we're losing these games. We're not getting losing these games. We're giving these games away. So, anyways, I want to see them win. Let's get on to predictions now. But before we do that, if you're still with us here, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel to get notified whenever we create new content. I'm a Falcons fan myself, so I love talking about the Falcons. Feel like I have deep insight in the Falcons as well. Or if you're a Cardinals fan, also, we also love watching the Cardinals and following the Cardinals as well. So if you want to see our predictions, also any of our off-season videos that will be coming out in 2024. It's going to be a fun beginning of the new year. So hit that like button and subscribe to get notified with that content. Ryan, want to throw it over to you here first. Who do you think is going to win this game and why?
This is an interesting one. Both teams are either not good at home or not that great on the road.
They're just not good. They're just not good.
Well, the Falcons are the Falcons are 1-3 on the road, and the Cardinals are 1-3 at home.
No, I know, but it's the way you said it.
Yeah. And Kyler Murray coming back throws a complete wrench into all of this because it's so hard to predict what he's going to be able to do. So I honestly have no idea. I'm going to go with the Falcons just because I think they have more talent on the roster. And I think they're playing for more, whereas I think the Cardinals are playing to keep the number one pick.
Yeah. So Kyler Murray coming back will be interesting. James Conner is also slated to come off IR. Now, if he plays, that will be interesting. I think he has 21 days after the 4 weeks of IR. Could be wrong on that. Double check me on that.
Yeah, I saw he's expected to start.
It does surprise me. I think they put him on IR for precautionary reasons because he had like a freak knee injury in whatever game that was in week 6. And so I think they knew it would take a couple weeks, so they just put him on IR for the time being. So him coming back, I think, will be interesting. I have to watch their O-line injury list, see who all plays for the Cardinals. I have picked the Falcons every single week. I'm not going to change off that, but it's also probably why my record, overall season record, is not doing that great. But I want to go with the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Falcons here and have them beat the Cardinals in this Week 10 matchup. Get to 500. Hopefully, Minnesota also beats the Saints. Get the Saints to 500. Then we're going into our bye at 500, which still is well within. I mean, we're still within. We played the Saints twice. I mean, we're still well within the playoff line. But it's just annoying because we should be several games up on the Saints right now in the NFC South. So hopefully it's not a good game, and hopefully the Falcons dominate them. But who knows? As you said, Kyler Murray coming back, that's going to be interesting. It'll be fun just to watch to see how he plays. How he comes back from that just devastating injury, how he just looks, how comfortable he is. Because actually it's about a year now, isn't it? Was it this, or is it in December?
It was like week 14 or 15.
Okay, so it was December. Yeah. So 11 months since the last time he saw the field. So it'll be interesting to watch him play.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. I will probably be tuning into this game for that reason alone. It's just to see how he looks. But let's go ahead and wrap this video up here. We are both taking the Dirty Birds and the Atlanta Falcons. And so if you have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup, the Atlanta Falcons or the Arizona Cardinals. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.